Hey guys, it's Audrey and today I'm back with another exciting video. Today's video is a bit different. Kind of more of a behind the scenes of a video I posted last Friday. I thought that maybe you guys would like to see some of the behind the scenes in my process as I was making that video. So that's what I'm gonna do today. When I was making this video, every once in a while I would vlog a little bit, so I'll have some of that footage intercut. But I didn't vlog everything. Before we get into it, I'm gonna give you guys the basic outline slash steps I take when I make a video that's scripted. To some extent, I do a similar process every time I make a video, but it's not as in-depth. Like the one I posted last Friday was very in-depth. So here, let me just give you the outline. I'll have it up here. Don't mind our background. I'm a college student. These are the steps that I took for the remix video. So first, I wrote the story slash script. Then I printed out the script and I dissected it, which I'll go more into detail later. I made a storyboard and then I filmed the studio footage and then I edited the studio footage to kind of have that baseline and all the audio, just the script in video format. And then I added graphics and stock footage, and then I added sound effects and music, and I did some color grading, and then the final step, then I did just some overall polishing and other small details, and then I made the thumbnail because you can't forget about that for YouTube videos, and then you have to upload it and do all the tags and all that stuff. So that's kind of the overall process, and I'm gonna go more into depth to it and take you guys back in time to when I was actually making this video and show you a bit more of my process. So let's go. I normally don't script my videos, but when I make something like this, I want it to all make sense and flow well and be a nicely told story. So yeah, sometimes I write a script. That was my first step. I wrote the script like a couple days ago and I just refined it today, and then I printed it out. I went through and I kind of just highlighted and like took out the different sections and broke up the text, and as I was going through it I was kind of thinking like how do I want to show this video, this sentence or these words in my video. So some of them I wanted to use text on screen. I just thought it would look better. Some places I wanted to, you know, have some sort of graphic or look for a certain type of stock footage. I just go through and I know everything out, and this is kind of hard to follow when you're making a video. So after that, I go to storyboarding, which is more precise. It's the entirety of the video and I map out like sentence by sentence or scene by scene. So for example, if I go to this first sentence, which is, let me just take a random sentence. I've grown up watching YouTube videos and following the journey of YouTubers. So that one I underlined because I want it to be studio footage. So I wrote that on this paper, that I want that sentence in particular to be studio footage. So this is the equivalent of where I am in this text on my storyboard. This little arrow shows the end of the second paragraph. That's just how I like to, so I can kind of find things easier. And yeah, I have like a different kind of like legend. Is that how you say it in English? I know in French it's légende, but I don't know. Like a little thing that kind of, like a line under the line means that's going to be studio footage, or a squiggly line means that that's going to be the footage from the remix documentary. Just stuff like that, so that I can kind of have a more visual representation of what it is that I want to make. And it kind of just allows me to really, when I'm editing, start from the beginning and just take it step by step and make sure I don't forget anything. And obviously I'm not gonna follow this like 100%, because let's be real, when I'm editing I'm probably gonna want to change something. When I'm editing I may run into a problem where I don't know how to do a certain thing, or I can't bring the idea I have in my mind to life completely, so maybe I'll alter it or I'll just change it completely. And yeah, it kind of just helps me put everything into perspective and make it make sense. Yeah, that's where I'm at the process. I'm about to start editing. I've started a little bit, not that much. So I just tried to read this. It was hard. The script for the studio part of this video. It was kind of hard to read like a script in a way that didn't seem like I was reading a script. So hopefully it turned out good. But now I'm still editing and I need to start editing this footage now, because I started just kind of putting some of the random shots together, but they're kind of just floating around. But now I can integrate them into my actual studio footage. So today I really need to start editing. It is Wednesday, today's editing day. Hopefully I will get the first draft done tonight. That's my goal. I'm still editing. It's so, I should have timed how long I've been editing for this video. I think I just hit now I'm past the halfway point by now. Now I'm kind of just adding some sound effects and all the graphics and kind of just putting it all together. But then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna have to go back and fine tune everything. But now that it's actually kind of falling into place, I'm starting to get really excited about it. Not that I wasn't before, but it's kind of discouraging when I have all these thoughts and nothing's actually really happening. But now that it's happening and I'm starting to see what I'm making, I'm starting to get really excited. Right now I'm just I'm adding all the graphics, downloading so much footage. I think I'm starting to get blocked on certain websites, convert YouTube videos to download to MP4s. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I gotta do it. I guess I'll update you guys again in a bit when I've made some progress. So one part I forgot to actually vlog when I was making that video was more of the final stages of editing. I feel like these happen pretty fast, and at this point I'm in the zone. I wasn't thinking about stopping and explaining what I was doing, so I'm gonna do that now. But basically I go in with the graphics, the sound effects, the stock footage, background music, all this stuff that is smaller details but just as important, and kind of puts the whole video together. So I was putting in small sounds like a click of a keyboard, or making sure all the words appear on screen at the same time. Once you're near your final product, I like to have I had my roommate actually watch the video, and I was kind of watching for her reactions to see if something didn't sound right, or if a transition didn't feel smooth or something. And she actually helped me out and was able to say that kind of sounded weird, or maybe you could make a more smooth transition here, and it pointed things out that I hadn't noticed myself. So getting a second opinion before you press export is definitely a good idea. And I also spent so much time editing my end card. I was procrastinating a little bit on I think doing background sound music. So I hope you guys like the new end screen, because I think it's pretty cool. I hope you guys liked this pretty brief overview of my process when I make a video. I feel like if I went too in depth on everything on that list that I showed you guys at the beginning of this video would be way too long. Maybe if there's a specific part or thing on that original list that you guys are more interested in hearing about my process for, I can go more in depth on them in a future video. So let me know in the comments down below, and who knows, maybe I will do that. And if for some reason you haven't seen that video, I'll have it linked down below or up on screen up here. Is it that way? Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys next Tuesday with another new video. Bye!